Now let's talk about actually doing the delegating. So I think the first thing is determining who should be the person to receive the work. And then the next step is to have a conversation with them about it. These conversations for me have been most effective when I say, I have a key work stream that I currently own that I think you are significantly more capable of taking to the next level than I am. You have a skill set in X area that I am a lot less developed in. You have bandwidth that I do not have, or some combo of those. And therefore, I think you are going to do a great job of taking this thing to the next level. The next part of the discussion is, what does taking it to the next level look like? What does effective ownership of this work actually look like? So it's, I'd like to hand this work off to you. And the expectation is that after going through a training and ramp up period, you are executing on this at the same level of quality as before. And then within 3 months, ideally, you've identified ways to make it 25% more impactful. So let's say its target is closing sales. Our company is at 25% closure rate, and this work stream, this sales process work stream that I'm handing off has a large influence on that. Once I hand this off to you, the goal is to improve this to 30% close rate instead of 25. Or the goal is to figure out ways to automate more of this such that it took me 10 hours a week to run, but ideally it can grow with the company as the company scales, and it only takes you 5 hours a week to run it. Now I've set the objectives. I've said, we're going to hand this off. Here's why. Here's how soon I want to have you be able to ramp up to running this thing. And here's what I want to see out of it long term. And then I think it's important to also call out, I'm going to get you up to speed in these ways and make myself available to you in these ways to ensure that you are able to execute on this such that I am setting you up for success. It should not come across as, I'm going to hand this to you and then good luck. It should come across as, I'm handing this to you and I'm going to be your partner in getting you ramped up to it such that they feel like they are not being thrown to the wolves. So I have written up a basic PowerPoint that explains how this process works. I have also made a video that talks through the steps of each step of the process. And what we'll do is we can meet on top of our one-on-one. We can add an additional 30 minutes a couple times a week to have you first learn about the process and ask questions, and then for you to start doing that process or doing that work with my immediate availability, not supervision per se, but I am here to walk through it with you, basically be your shadow. And then after a couple weeks of that, maybe we can step away from the live feedback and have you run it. And then we will just check in once a week to ensure that it's still being executed effectively and the outcomes are what we want.